What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Olipop, and today I'm gonna be trying Vietnamese food for the very first time. But before we get to the food, let's talk about Vietnamese coffee, my favorite coffee of all time. Now, I have Vietnamese coffee about 3 times a week. Take a look at this Vietnamese coffee right here. It's not even full to the top. You know why? Because Vietnamese coffee is slow drip. The beans are extremely strong. And if you're a true coffee connoisseur, like myself, then you love Vietnamese coffee. Now, don't get Vietnamese coffee for some random place. You need to go to a mom and pop shop, and that's where you get the best Vietnamese coffee. Let me go ahead and try this out. That's strong, really strong. One thing I will say about this coffee right here, if you have this, your back is guaranteed to sweat. You're guaranteed to be very productive. And I would argue that this Vietnamese coffee is better than a pre-workout before the gym because it's so strong. If you love coffee and you want to get pumped, this is the best coffee on the planet. But not talking about the coffee, let's go get some food. All right, guys, the first thing we're gonna try today is the shrimp spring roll. Just by taking a look at this, it actually has a clear wrapping around it that you can actually eat. I don't know what type. I think this is a rice wrap, if I'm not mistaken. But there's noodles in here, shrimp, some sort of lettuce or leaves on the inside that we're gonna find out as we bite into it. And also, we have a peanut sauce here, our peanut dipping, that they say goes really good with this. Never in my life had a shrimp spring roll Vietnamese style. First time ever, and I'm trying on camera for you guys. You know what, I'm gonna dip it in here so we can get a nice authentic feel here. Oh wow. This is like a really healthy salad in a spring roll. That's exactly what it tastes like. It tastes like a shrimp salad spring roll. That's exactly what it tastes like. I think what makes this stand out is that it has a really healthy feel to it. But this peanut sauce, it's like the perfect balance. I'll give this an 8 out of 10. Something I didn't expect to be that good, but surprisingly really, really tasty. All right, next up, guys, we got the vegetarian egg rolls. And the thing I like about everything here, I feel like it's always presented with some sort of lettuce or salad, so it has a very healthy feel. Now, this is a deep fried egg roll, so I already know it's gonna taste really good, but I was told that you're supposed to wrap it in the lettuce. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is wrap it. Look at that. Wow. And what they gave me here, the secret sauce. Take a look at that secret sauce. Vietnamese egg roll wrapped in lettuce, secret sauce. Come on, baby. Woo! Yeah, it's dripping. Look at that drip. Oh. Woo. I have a very bold announcement to make here. This is the best vegetarian egg roll I've ever had in my life. And I think what makes it stand out the most here is the sauce complements the egg roll like no other. The inside is filled with veggies. I think the lettuce wrap combo, it makes it stand out from any egg roll I've ever had. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for me. Really, really phenomenal. Of all the Vietnamese food I am eating today, the one I am most excited for is pho. I've never had pho in my life. Now, the pho I chose to get today is the beef pho, but I got the raw version. You can get the cooked one or the raw beef one. The reason I got the raw beef one, I was told that the meat actually cooks in the warm broth. So it's steaming. When it first came out, it was steaming and the meat was red, but now it is cooked. You could tell that it's cooked inside the broth. There's onions, I see cilantro, and they also gave me some other veggies right here along with lemon. So I'm gonna go ahead and squeeze some lemon in it before I try. I wanna make sure I get all the juices so I get the full experience here. Nice. Then they gave me leaves. This is more of a healthy feel. You know me, the diet starts tomorrow, but you know, we can get a little healthy for the sake of this video. Sprinkle some leaves. I think this is bean sprouts, so I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle the bean sprouts on here too. We wanna make sure it's nice and traditional before we eat it. All right, guys, I'm not good with chopsticks. I have a confession, guys. I am not good with chopsticks at all, so we're gonna go ahead and use the fork in this. Go ahead and give it a stir because I squeezed the lemon in it. Before I try the meat, I'm gonna try the broth first. Oh, really flavorful. I've never had a broth like this. The only broth I've ever had, I'm not really big on soup, is chicken noodle soup, and this is a billion times better. Really, really good in flavor. But what I'm most excited for here is to get the full experience. I want to get the noodles, I want to get the meat, I want to test out the flavors. We got the noodles here, we got the beef, and the moment of truth has arrived. Here we go. It's safe to say I have found a new favorite type of soup, and that's pho. Wow. It took me this long in my life to get to the point where I actually tried it, and I realized this is my favorite soup of all time. The taste, fresh. You can tell it has that authentic Vietnamese feel. Everything about it is phenomenal, and the meat is cooked to perfection. Nice and juicy, melts right in your mouth. The best soup I've ever had in my life is this pho right here. Stamp of approval, highly recommend. Wow. The last thing we have at this spot is a Vietnamese crepe. I never knew Vietnamese crepes existed until I saw it on the menu today, but this crepe is huge. The one we got is the shrimp one. I'm not too sure what else is inside. I think it's filled with veggies, but we're gonna go ahead and crack this baby open and see what it's about. Once again, a common theme, guys. Veggies to the right, you got salad, you got lettuce, common theme, healthy vibes all around. Let's crack this bad boy open. Oh wow, let's just take a look at the inside, guys. Look at that. Oh wow, bean sprouts once again. I think it's safe to say that bean sprouts is a very popular item in Vietnamese food. You got bean sprouts, you got other mixed vegetables, and you got shrimp. Okay, I'm gonna get a little bit of everything here. It looks nice and crispy. I'm hoping it tastes just as good as it looks. Look at that Vietnamese crepe. Okay, so the Vietnamese crepe was interesting. It wasn't bad at all, but I will say that my favorite thing here was definitely the pho. I prefer the pho, the spring roll, and the egg rolls over the Vietnamese crepe. Wasn't bad, but it just didn't hit the same as the other items hit. I'm gonna give this one a 6 of 10. If you're having Vietnamese food though, I highly recommend getting the pho, the spring roll, and the egg roll over the crepe. But nonetheless, it was good that I tried it. We have much more food in store for today. Now let's go to our next spot. Alright guys, the first time I'm ever having a banh mi sandwich. I got the oven roasted chicken version right here on the French baguette. Actually a very popular type of sandwich here in San Diego. There are a lot of banh mi sandwich joints here because obviously it's probably really good. So for the first time ever, I'm gonna be trying my banh mi sandwich on camera for you guys. Here we go. That chicken with the baguette combo is out of this world. Chicken's very savory. These veggies that are used here, I think is a common theme in all the Vietnamese food I was having, even at the last place. You got me sold here. At this point, you could call me a Vietnamese food connoisseur. The banh mi sandwiches in here, they had different types of meats to choose from, but the one I specifically got was the oven roasted. It melts right in your mouth, very savory. I would give this an 8 out of 10. I think just having that French baguette on it takes it to a whole different level. You got the nice quality meat. Highly recommend a French baguette banh mi sandwich. All right guys, we just went to a Vietnamese bakery and deli where we got some snacks and desserts, and I thought that would be the perfect way to end today's video. For the first dessert we're gonna try, it's actually called Bona de Lon, which is a pandal cake. Something I have never tried before. Take a look at this, guys. It's really squishy. It's like that sticky icky, all right? Really beautiful looking. Oh wow. The bomb. I'm not gonna lie here, that's probably one of the best desserts I've ever had. Now the texture, I've never had a dessert with this type of texture, so when I first bit into it, it threw me off. But when you actually get into what it tastes like, sweet, very floury, full of sugar, and I'm looking at the, oh, that's what it was. The coconut milk. I knew there was some sort of coconut in it that stands out. Phenomenal. 10 of 10. Pandal cake. I don't even know what pandal cake is. First time ever, but I highly recommend. 10 of 10. And next up, we got the bon bo, which is a rice cake. And it also comes with a little dipping sauce. Okay, we got a dipping sauce right here. We're gonna pour right over the rice cake. Oh, it's actually really, look at that. Oh, really thick. I think this is similar to the last dessert where the texture is very slimy like. Go ahead and try this out. Okay, this dessert right here, in Jordan's words, is extremely kinky. Something I've never had before. I will say that I like the pandal cake much more than I like the bon bo. That's just my personal opinion. It's not bad, but the pandal cake is 100 times better. Let me try this one more time. Yeah, okay. This is much better simply because it's much sweeter. The coconut milk makes it stand out. It's just on a whole different level. Highly recommend this one over this. All right, last but not least, we got the Bot Bang Nok Dua. If I said that wrong, I sincerely apologize, but I'm trying my best. Tapioca pearl ball that's surrounded by coconut milk. Now, this isn't no ordinary tapioca ball. Take a look at this. This tapioca ball right here is huge. That's a big ball right there. That's a really big ball. So I'm gonna try to eat this in one setting. Here we go. Tapioca ball, here we go. Oh my God. That's a lot for me to handle in one setting. Oh my God. Woo! Look. That's a dessert I have never experienced in my life. I've had tapioca balls before, but the smaller version, this big one, is a lot for me to handle. But the coconut milk with it gives it a nice flavor. I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 7 out of 10. It was good, but of all the desserts I had today, by far the winner is crystal clear. It's this one right here. The pandal cake is the best Vietnamese snack or dessert I've ever had in my life. This is the clear-cut winner. But with that being said, I thoroughly enjoyed Vietnamese food. I highly recommend you guys try it. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It's your boy Olipop, and I'm out. Peace.